So do you regret that you chose not to convey what you knew about the child labour in your supply chain?
As I said earlier today, I feel really bad and I apologize that we obviously, and at the end I have failed to communicate precisely and clearly enough about the issues and challenges in Pakistan.
So why didn't you tell what you knew?
What did we know? We knew that child labor is reality in Pakistan because of the study that we specifically did to understand the risks and the issues, which was, by the way, also a condition then to put the organization in place to solve the problem. And so if I may finish, what I regret now is that we should have been more open and more clear on the issues and the reality in that world.
So why didn't you tell what you knew?
We told quite a bit. Were we open enough? Obviously not.
So why weren't you open enough?
We were not open enough because it's clear now that we did not clear enough communicate that child labor is in the supply chain, not in our operation, but in the supply chain, a reality.
So why didn't you do that?
I think the more important question now is, what do we do now?
Yeah, but my question is, why didn't you communicate this?
Because I did not understand necessarily the total complexity of the situation. And if I may say, I think the important question now is, what do we do now to make the investment right and do what's right for the kids?
So what do you have to say today to the public and your owners?
That I'm sorry that we have failed to be open and clear enough in the communication. And I also want to say that I don't apologize for the investment, and specifically I don't apologize for the fact that because of the investigation we did then, the report that you quoted, which is on our website now, we put together an organization that is working very hard to solve the problem. That I will not apologize for.
So will you now continue to work with the suppliers using child labour?
Well, less and less. The worst thing we could do now is, which we could, remove all suppliers with any risk of child labor. What would that do to those children? So we're working with the suppliers, we made significant progress, but when we find, and we found a few cases in the direct suppliers, we work with them, but we also work with the children, because we can't just drop them. That would be the worst.
So you will still have suppliers using child labor?
We will work from the direct suppliers, and to be very specific, in the report on page 71, in the supplies, there still will be, for quite some time to come, fiber that's been collected by the children.
But how can you accept this when you say in your sustainability reports that child labour is not permissible?
Because it is a reality, and if we just drop those suppliers deep in the value chain, it will only hurt the children. And what we want to do is bring not only the business but also the community forward. That's why we have to work with them. So
these words about that child labour is not permissible, those are just empty words?
No, just the opposite. It would be very empty to say child labour is not acceptable and remove every supplier overnight. Then we would hurt those children in that reality. That would be empty words.
But why do you let children work like this?
We do not employ children. We're working hard and we made great progress on making sure our direct suppliers don't have children working for them.
Yeah, but still we have confirmed that there are children working in your supply chains and you will not terminate their contracts. So why do you let children work like this?
We don't have contracts with children. And if I may finish my previous answer, we're trying to make sure that we don't just drop and avoid media pressure. We want to help those kids to get to school one day, one child at a time. That's the right thing to do. And now I have to apologize. I have to go back to my meeting. Thank you, Camilla.
Can I just have one more question then? Is that okay? No? Okay.
Good.